The Mill is an updated version of its previous self. So we wanted to keep the name The Mill because it's on Edwards Mill. Edwards Mill Bar and Grill was a place that I frequented and have loved, and it has always appealed to a very wide demographic and socioeconomic groups and things like that. It was loved by kind of like all. And so we're just reinventing the wheel here, you know. We wanted to open the dining room because we felt like it was fairly underutilized in its previous incarnations. The patio we felt was underutilized. So we renovated the patio, we put a big garage door into the main dining room and let some light in. It was fairly dimly lit. We wanted to keep the layout of the facility the same. In many of our restaurants, the bar and the restaurant dining area are combined into one. The bar is there, but it's also part of the main dining room. Whereas this restaurant, it's completely separate. So this will be one of our new, again, 25 years later, it's a new experience for us. At this particular restaurant, part of the charm was that the restaurant was separate from the bar. You know, and so there was sort of the bar clientele, and then there was the dining clientele. And many times they didn't really cross over. For my personal experience, I don't think I ever went in the dining room. And yet I was in the bar many times at night. So particularly after a Canes game, you know, an event at PNC, this is where we would come all the time. And we have many friends who live in the immediate neighborhoods. So this was our meeting spot. A shiny place for shady people. You see behind me is that's a reference to the facility. This was always kind of this sort of dark and intimate bar, and the dining room was kind of the same. While we have essentially knocked the dust off, if you will, obviously to a much greater extent than that, everything has completely been gutted and brand new, but we still wanted to retain the same feel and the same atmosphere. And so yes, we're reinventing the wheel. We're doing newer food with a craft cocktail bar. Previously you could come in and maybe you couldn't get some super crafty cocktail, but you could get natural light, and you'll still be able to do that. But now you can get that craft cocktail. You can also get you can spend a significant amount of money on a bottle of wine if you want to do. We'll have some great California-based wines, in addition to Oregon, but it'll be mainly domestic. But you can also come in and have a pretty straightforward glass of wine that's not going to cost you a fortune. The Mill will always have some items on the menu that make people feel really comfortable. You know, so the bolognese at Vivace or the margarita pizza comes to mind, or even spaghetti meatballs. Like, those things have been on the menu. Now, we make the pasta fresh and we make everything ourselves and those things, but so the care is still put into what we would consider to be pretty straightforward items. The 80% sort of rule, so that we can do 20% of the, let the chef run wild type cuisine. We'll be ready to host you very soon. The Mill's going to be a fabulous addition back to the Edwards Mill area and Olde Raleigh Village. And for more information, please go to themillraleigh.com.